Today, our virtual conference is being streamed live from BMICH. Theme of our sessions is called Cost-Effective and Quality Primary Care. A very good morning to you all. We will now begin the proceedings for the day as our chief guest, Professor Srinath Chandrasekhara, President of the College of Surgeons, Sri Lanka, will be welcomed by the President of the College of General Practitioners of Sri Lanka, Dr. D.K.D. Matthews. The chief guest, Professor Srinath Chandrasekhara, will now be escorted to the conference hall by President of the College of General Practitioners, Dr. D.K.D. Matthews, followed by the ceremonial procession of the College Council members. Please remain standing for the national anthem. Sri Lanka Mata, Appa Sri Lanka, Namo, 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 Namo Mata, Appa Sri Lanka, Namo, 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 Namo Mata. Siri Barini, Surati Ati Sogaman Lanka, Janya Dhanaya Nikaman Pala Turuki Jaya Bhumi Ramya, Appa Hata Sapa Siri Sekta Sadhana, Jivanaye Mata, Ili Ganu Gana Appa Bhakti Puja, Namo Namo Mata, Appa Sri Lanka, Namo 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 Mata, Upave Appa Vidya, Upamaya Appa Satya, Upave Appa Shakti, Appa Hada Tula Bhakti, Uppa Appa Aloke, Appa Ge Anuprani, Uppa Appa please take your seats? Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I warmly welcome you to the inauguration of the 46th Annual Academic Sessions of the College of General Practitioners of Sri Lanka. Now, I cordially invite our chief guest, Professor Srinath Chandrasekhara, President of the College of Surgeons, to light the traditional oil lamp. And I would also like to invite the President of the College of General Practitioners of Sri Lanka, Dr. D.K.D. Matthews, followed by Senior Past President of the College of General Practitioners, Dr. Preeti Wijegunawardena, Immediate Past President, Dr. Jayantha Jayatissa, Vice President, Dr. Pushpa Veerasinghe, Honorary Secretary Dr. Dumidu Vijayawardena, Honorary Treasurer and Chair of the Steering Committee Dr. Dilini Ailapperumu Barnage, Secretary of the Steering Committee Dr. Sankar Randini Kumara, Chairperson of the Scientific Committee, Dr. M.R. Hanifa, Secretaries of the Scientific Committee, Dr. N.L. Ullivisheva and Dr. Sunith Rajavasan, Senior Administrative Officer, Ms. Dimuthu Veerasekara. Now I would like to call upon our chief guest, Professor Srinath Chandrasekhara, President of the College of General Practitioners Sri Lanka, Dr. D.K.D. Matthews, and Secretary of the College of General Practitioners of Sri Lanka, Dr. Dumidu Vijayawardena, to the head table. I kindly invite Dr. D.K.D. Matthews, President of the College of General Practitioners of Sri Lanka, to deliver the welcome speech. Thank you, sir.
Good morning to everyone. Our chief guest today, Dr. Professor Srinath Chandrasekhara, past presidents, colleagues, members of the council, and guests. It is a true pleasure for me to welcome you to the 46th Annual Academic Sessions of the College of General Practitioners of Sri Lanka. I am very grateful to you, Professor Srinath Chandrasekhara, Professor in Surgery, Faculty of Medical Sciences, University of Sri Jayawardenepura, President, College of Surgeons of Sri Lanka 2021, our chief guest, for taking time off from your busy schedule to attend the most important event in the annual calendar of the college. The theme, General Practice, Cost-Effective and Quality Primary Care, is a valid reality for all times, but more so given the current pandemic we are facing. The quality of care is primarily determined by the skill and knowledge of the professional availability of the required resources and the operational environment. The pandemic has put a strain on the availability of resources when countries are grappling to manage their own resource requirements and finances. This has led to the escalation in related cost of all resources, with the addition of new cost elements in terms of PPE and enhanced sanitation requirements. The environment in which we deliver care has changed, with distancing and digital communication platforms coming to the fore. These are challenging times for us. We need to be enterprising to reach a balance and give the best of our general practice care to the people of Sri Lanka. The 46 academic sessions held as a virtual conference streamed from the Lavender room of the BMICH consist of both national and international resource persons renowned for their expertise. It will be a wealth of knowledge for the enhancement of our general practices. I wish to thank them for their commitment and support towards the event. I wish to thank the Steering Committee Chairperson, Dr. Dilini Baranage, Scientific Committee Chairperson, Dr. M.R. Hanifa, and the respective committee members for their time and dedication in making this event a reality. I thank all past presidents, Secretary, Dr. Dumindu Vijayawardena, members of the council, members of the subcommittees, and the office staff for all the support extended to make this event a success. I wish to extend a special thank you for all our sponsors who came forward willingly, confirming their commitment to the academic progression of healthcare services in Sri Lanka. Thank you.
I would like to invite Dr. D.K.T. Matthew again to introduce our chief guest, Professor Srinath Chandrasekhar. Thank you, sir.
Professor Srinath Chandrasekhar, MBBS, NCMC, MS, FRCS, FEBU Honours, FRCPS Glasgow. He is a product of Trinity College, Kandy. He is the Professor of Surgery, Faculty of Medical Sciences, University of Sri Jayawardenepura, Consultant Urological Surgeon. He is the President of the College of Surgeons of Sri Lanka, 2021. His higher education was at NCMC, 1987 he entered, and honours degree ranking first in the batch. Active role in surgical training and education. He was the Secretary of the College of Surgeons, 2007, Secretary Sri Lanka Association of Urological Surgeons, 2008-2011, Secretary Board of Study in Surgery, Secretary Specialist Board in Urology, member of the Board of Management PGIM in the past, postgraduate trainer in surgery and urology, founder faculty member, Asian Urological Surgery, Training and Education Group. Honorary Fellowship of the Royal College of Physicians and Surgeons of Glasgow, he was awarded to him in 2018. He is an examiner at the MD Sri Lanka and MRCS Edinburgh exams. To his credit, there are two orations: laser prostatectomy, 2005, at the SLMA, and endourology in the developing countries, that is in 2016. Several international book chapters he has contributed to. Early career, awarded the Medal for Critical Care and Anesthesiology by the College of Anesthesiologists in 1994. MS Surgery Part 1 awarded, he was awarded the P.R. Anthony's Gold Medal for best results. Simultaneously passed the selection examination in MD Anesthesia, again winning the prize for best results. Best results in MS Part 2 and was awarded the Varsapalle Gabriel Gold Medal for best performance. He has a FRCS from Edinburgh University in 2001, Exit Fellowship in Urology, FEBU Fellow of the European Board of Urology, 2004. Overseas training has been he has taken his overseas training at King's College Hospital, London. I present to you Professor Srinath Chandrasekhar.
Dr. Darrell Matthew, President of the College of General Practitioners of Sri Lanka, past presidents of the college, council members, delegates and faculty members who are logged in online for this hybrid session. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a singular honor for me to be here together with the council of the college at the 46th annual conference for numerous reasons. When Dr. Matthew called me several weeks ago inviting me to be a part of this August gathering, three thoughts crossed my mind, and I thought it would be best for a few minutes to elaborate on the same thoughts today before you. These three thoughts were inspiration, collaboration, and gratitude. So let me explain. Many of us who have taken up various professions in our life, when we look back, have had an influence during childhood to take up such professions. And I'm very honored to note that such influences came to me through general practitioners. I recall times of my childhood when I grew up in Kandy, where our general practitioner was one of the key members of the family. I think that was a time when the GP's role was truly emphasized for numerous reasons. For one, there weren't many specialists, and also the tradition and the culture was that people with medical problems first went to the GP for initial advice, and the GP would decide what could be done, what could be treated, and then follow on with referrals. And to my memory, I never had a referral to a specialist. And I'm also pleased that I remained in good health throughout my childhood and for whatever period my GP looked after me. I think that is the true role of the general practitioner. Then I thought back. What was it about the GP that inspired me to become a doctor? And the key attribute of the GP, now looking back, was compassion. I recall Dr. Veeratunga, who was one of our GPs, is no more now. Dr. C.D.L. Fernando, I'm not sure whether he was a member of the college. This was many decades back, almost dating back to the origins of your college. But they were compassionate people. I also recall Dr. Veeratunga's clinic. It's no more, unfortunately, immaculately maintained. The first recollection of medical records come to me from my general practitioner's clinic. I'm sure some of the senior past presidents will remember these great personalities from Kandy. There's a separate section for medical records. There was a telephone operator who would take calls. There weren't many telephones in the country at that time. There was a minor surgery theater in which I'm sure various little procedures took place, suturing, removal of various lumps, bumps, whatever. Vaccinations were carried out there. And the GP was always available to the family as a member of the family to look after the family. And I'm sure, and I know, that this influence from our general practitioner had a great role in my desire to become a doctor in later years. I believe the role of the general practitioner remains just the same today, but we now live and work in an era where there is abundance of all sorts of facilities, access of specialist care, teaching hospitals, private hospitals, to the general practice. And unfortunately, I believe that is done in a not so well organized or regulated manner in this country, which has led to underutilization of the important role of the general practitioner. At the same time, inappropriate use of specialist services and practice, which is not in the best interest of patients. So I do hope that general practitioners through the college and through their individual efforts, as well as other professional bodies, certainly the one that I represent this year, which is the College of Surgeons, could all get together and do our best to refocus our priorities on the role of the general practitioner and the family physician, as I call them, to bring the true role of such important members of the community back into the forefront. The next thought is rather obvious, which is collaboration, and that's where I come from today, which is from the College of Surgeons of Sri Lanka. I need not emphasize to this gathering the importance of the role of the general practitioner, not only in the diagnosis or the initial diagnosis of surgical problems and disease, but in the importance of collaboration with numerous specialists and other agencies in obtaining the best possible care, and in this instance, I would say surgical care for their patients. My very brief talk today is full of stories, and those of us who are engaged in clinical practice make clinical diagnosis, and in my profession, it's not infrequently that we need to counsel patients with regards to the need for surgery. And it is not surprising to me, and I'm sure you know this story, that many patients who are being looked after by established general practitioners always say, when we say, okay, you have this condition now, you need to have surgery, they're very polite, and the moment they start vacillating, you know they've got a problem, and the next sentence that comes out of many of them is, yes, doctor, I think it is necessary. Can I come back to you because I need to talk to my GP about it? I think the role of the GP is epitomized in instances like that, and the importance of the confidence that our patients have in the general practitioner. I think there is tremendous potential for our colleges as professional bodies, as well as individuals from different specialities in this country to collaborate further. It is very heartening to see that the College of GPs, together with the Postgraduate Institute and other organizations, have brought about many academic qualifications and programs, CMEs, to update family physicians, which is essential to keep up their knowledge and skills. And I think there is tremendous room for further collaboration to bring in more appropriate surgical curricula, not only to the general practitioner's curriculum, if not the training program, but certain important aspects of general practice to the surgical curriculum. I think it is important that it happens in a bi-directional manner so the patients, ultimately the members of the community, get the biggest benefit of such activity. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, my third thought, gratitude. Many of us who were inspired to become doctors in our childhood did not have the opportunity of becoming doctors. And I think in this third thought that I had, gratitude, we all know that the College of General Practitioners were in the forefront in pioneering the first fee-levying medical school in this country, which was an NCMC, from which I am a graduate. So on behalf of the alumni of the North Colombo Medical College, we are all very grateful to the college as a body, a professional body, for having had the courage and the wisdom to set up such an institution in the early 80s. I do not wish to analyze the pros and cons of private medical education, because I think that's a very broad topic, not within the purview of this forum today, but almost a near 1,000 of the graduates who have come out and who are serving society, not only in Sri Lanka, but in different parts of the globe, I'm sure are very grateful to the College of General Practitioners for their vision and their dedication. I think I must mention doyens of your college, such as Dr. Hinilame, Dr. Losius, Dr. Walter Gunaratna, Dr. Satish Jayasinghe. Pardon me if I have missed any of them. There would have been numerous people and the council of this college from the late 70s to the early 80s who worked tirelessly to set up this institution. And we all know that it has now flourished as the Faculty of Medical Sciences or Faculty of Medicine, Kelaniya, which is a beaconing light of education in this country. So it has progressed for the better, and the origins date back to the College of General Practitioners. I'm also aware that there has been a huge financial commitment from the College of General Practitioners in setting up this university, which they have never claimed back from any authority. And I do hope that in the future, that the College of General Practitioners will be rewarded. I would never use the word compensation because I don't think you expected any such thing, but be rewarded for their efforts in establishing a pioneering aspect of medical education in this country. Also, before I wind up, on behalf of the alumni of the North Colombo Medical College, I do not know which hat I belong to or which hat I should be wearing today, whether it's the College of Surgeons, a young toddler who got inspired by GPs, or somebody who's very grateful for the efforts of the college. Whichever it might be, the alumni of the North Colombo Medical College, in which I'm a committee member, and I think slightly more than that, for whatever reason, wishes to establish the W.G. Hinilame Memorial Lecture or the oration, whichever that the college and the council sees fit. And the alumni would take full responsibility and bear whatever the costs necessary for the endowment of the medal and the oration, which I do hope will be an important feature in your future academic sessions, either as an oration or a memorial lecture to remember this great personality whose vision changed the history of medical education in this country. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, today I'm a flag bearer for all these three attributes that I place before you today. Inspiration. Today when you ask young doctors or medical students why they became doctors, you know the commonest answer. They got good results in the advanced level. But if that answer is produced at an interview to a medical school, which unfortunately does not exist in this country, you'll be certain that that person may not gain entry into university. It's the desire to serve, the desire to do what you do that makes you a better person. I believe that the inspiration that many of us, let's say I'm a flag bearer, because there are numerous, thousands of people who have been inspired by their family physicians or their general practitioner to take up this noble profession of medicine. So I'm a flag bearer today not only for that inspiration, the need for collaboration, but most importantly, gratitude. So I wish Dr. Matthew and his council and the organizing committee the very best in their future endeavors, and in particular, a successful conference, the hybrid conference, and I gather that there are more than 300 delegates registered already to participate in this, and I wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for that brilliant and heartwarming speech. The College of General Practitioners of Sri Lanka has a proud history since its beginnings, and today we celebrate another remarkable milestone in the history of the College of General Practitioners as we launch the college website. To do the honors, I invite Professor Srinath Chandrasekhar, our chief guest, Dr. D.K.D. Matthew, our President of the College of General Practitioners of Sri Lanka, Dr. Dumidu Vijayawardena, Secretary of the College of General Practitioners. Now I call upon Dr. Dumidu Vijayavardhana, Secretary of the College of General Practitioners of Sri Lanka, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Veranti. Good morning. President of the College of General Practitioners of Sri Lanka, Council members, past presidents, trustees, members, fellows of the college, chief guest, special invitees, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of College of General Practitioners of Sri Lanka and the steering committee of the scientific session, I welcome each and every one of you to the 46th Annual Academic Sessions 2021, which is held as a virtual conference for the first time in the history of college. The Congress of this year, based on the theme, General Practice, Cost-Effective and Quality Primary Care. The College of General Practitioners of Sri Lanka is privileged by the presence of chief guest, Professor Srinath Chandrasekhar, President, College of Surgeons of Sri Lanka, Professor in Surgery, Consultant Urological Surgeon, Faculty of Medical Science, University of Jayewardenepura, for gracing this occasion amidst his busy schedule. A very special thank you to all the resource persons who have come from near, far, to share their knowledge and expertise to endorse general practice, cost-effective and quality primary care. I would like to take opportunity to thank the President of General Practitioners of Sri Lanka, Dr. Daryl Matthew, for his exemplary leadership and for the inspiring our team with his years of quality experience. And also I would like to thank members of the Council and the members of the CGPSL who guided and supported our team in numerous ways. This prestigious event, which is held in hybrid form, adhering to the new normal, would not be a reality if not for dedication, enthusiasm, and hard work of the steering committee. Special thanks to the steering committee led by Dr. Dilini Baranage and the scientific committee led by Dr. Ruiz Hanifa for the excellent teamwork in making this event greater success. A big thank goes out to the office staff, Ms. Dimutu, Ms. Sonali, Ms. Nimni, and Mr. Nimal Pera. The unseen hand worked tirelessly amidst very stressful conditions to bring this all together. I wish to thank all the sponsors for this contribution towards the making 46th Annual Academic Sessions of the College of General Practitioners, Sri Lanka, a reality. I would like to take this opportunity to place on my record thank to Mr. Kamal Disanayaka, Global Event Convention Services, Mr. Narada Amaratunga for the photography, the printers, management and staff of BMICH, and finally, Dr. Eranti Valgampaya for the fantastic job of comparing this morning. I would like to extend special thanks to the most important group of people, the participants. I'm hopeful that you will enjoy the academic session this year, identify the important and the need of delivering quality primary care in cost-effective manner, and go forward to enhance the standing of the general practitioner in our community by being effective, quality doctor, friend, advisor to your clients. There are many other people who helped us in numerous ways. As I have only limited time, I wish to mention that we greatly appreciate and thank you for your effort and time. Thank you very much. Have a pleasant day.
Thank you, Dr. Dumidu. Now we have come to the end of the inauguration ceremony, and once again I warmly invite all of you joining us nationally and globally to participate virtually in the 46th annual academic sessions, which will be held today and tomorrow. As we conclude the proceedings of the inauguration ceremony, the council procession will now leave the conference hall. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.